Okay, so we have completed 18 exercise and today we will discuss database connectors. Okay, so how to connect to a database? It may be any database. Okay, so what and all key things required? Okay, so we required username, password, and followed. We need a server name, right? First, we need a server name. Okay, so and second thing, we required username and password, and they'll be having some databases having a specific account connectivity. Okay, so here for detailed explanation about database connectors, you need to watch in pre-recorded session. So just I'm uploading in YouTube. Okay, so it will take some time. Okay, I will give you access to that. Okay, so how to connect with cloud databases, how to connect with GCP, like Azure, Snowflake, okay, AWS. Okay, and the key things here we need to be focused on mm, in the database connectors. For example, here I have here I have DB2 connector. Let's DB2 connector and target Oracle, and let's discuss Teradata as well. Okay, so here now let's discuss about these connectors. Okay, so here database, we need to provide the host name, database name, and username and password, and the library instance. Okay, so they'll be having library DB2 library client. So this instant details. Okay, so here you have to provide those details, and the rest of the login you generate the SQL during the runtime. So if you give the table name, the SQL statement will be generated automatically. Okay. And if you want to specify user defined SQL statement, what you can do here, you have to provide the SQL statement. Okay. So SQL that you have to provide. And do you want to run any partition methods? If you click on yes, you have to provide the table, those details information. Generally, we run without partitioning. And here, the other functionalities like row and array size are default is 2000. Okay, based on the row count, record count, how many records that you are going to extract from the input. So you need to increase the size. Okay, so like default is 2000, you can increase 20,000, 2 lakhs. Okay, so based on the records that you are dealing from the source. Okay, so if you have any further questions on this, you can check with DBA. Okay, so normally data warehousing projects they have DBA, right? So DBA you can check if you are dealing with heavy volume of data. And here you can see the schema reconciliation option. So here fail on size mismatch. For example, the source database, what and all it is there in the database, you have to mention the same size and fail on type condition. Okay, fail on type condition in case data type size is mismatched. Okay, data type is mismatched. That you need to fail the job. Another option is like before running the SQL statement. If you want to have some conditions to be checked, okay, so you need to consider the before SQL. You need to apply SQL, or if you want to know means you can give no. Okay, and here lock timed out sessions. This is very important. Use the lock timed out data. Sometimes database is taking responding very slow, so you need to lock out that. Uh, so that what happens is until it get responded, right? So it will retrieve the information. Okay, so generally if it is timed out error, so there is a delay in the connectivity, then sometimes what happens is your job will fail. And then you need to reset the job and run again. Okay. So wait, so you can wait until it gets responded, but it's a time waste. Okay. And user specific time limit here you can provide. Okay. So it will consider the system defined time limit. Okay. Now here you need to define the columns. Okay. So that we have already discussed. And similarly, Oracle connector. So this is a server name you need to provide and username and password and which client you're working. So 11G or 12C. Okay. And various operations. In target, we will write the data like insert, update, delete, insert only new rows, update, then insert. Okay. So insert, then update, delete, then insert. So these are the options I have. Okay. So here you can see the insert statements. Okay. Uh, okay, so we can give the insert statement here, and if you want to generate that during the SQL statement runtime, you have to give. So in upcoming sessions, how we can use this update statement and insert statements in slowly changing dimension sessions, we will provide the statements. There you can see and learn. Okay, and table action. Okay, append means what? What do you mean by append? What do you mean by append? What do you mean by append? Guys, give prompt, guys. I have explained you already. What do you mean by append? Hello.
Adding data to the existing file or
Correct. What do you mean by create?
it will create new table and know the data.
Okay. What is replace?
Whatever data is there, it will replace with the new data.
Okay. And truncate?
Delete the data.
Yeah, delete the data. Correct. Okay. So generate the SQL during the runtime, and here you can use truncate or replace, whatever you want. And we have this option method of data load. Okay. So bulk, when we use bulk means when you deal with millions of data. In that case, we use bulk. So immediate means, okay. So immediate means here we'll be using very less than 1 million records. When you deal with when we are loading less than 1 million records, in this scenario we'll use immediate method. Okay. So unused column action. We need to abort or warn the job. Okay. So these are the other things we have discussed. Right. So now let's go to the exercise. So what is the exercise? Oh, it has been closed. What is exercise 19? Let's see. Exercise 19, database filter. Okay. Loading data to a file to a table. Okay. Yeah. So four exercise we will discuss now and we'll close the session. Okay. So here I have a file. Okay. So backup. Okay. What you guys can do, you guys can import all your jobs. I mean, what are the jobs, the TXS file I'm sharing with you, know? So it will be in your system. Okay. So from exercise 15 to 19. Okay, so this we have here and 20 to 22. Okay, so how we can export the code? Okay, so I want to export this particular job. Okay, so what I can do? How to export the job from one environment to another environment. Okay. So here I will be sharing all these DXS files with you. What you can do till now, how many exercises you have completed. Okay. So you have to uh, refer my jobs, and in case of any doubts, okay, so you can cross check with me and you can refer my jobs also. I want to export the code from one environment to another environment. So this is the development environment. I need to move to QA. Okay, export, click on export. And here we have three options. Export the job design without last executable state. Okay. So export the job design with executable state. I mean, without executable state. Export only the executable state without design. Okay. Best practice, more in real time, we will use this option. Export the job design without executable stage. So choose this. Okay. So what you need to do, if you want to add any jobs, you can add here. And if there is any dependencies to these jobs, exclude those dependencies. Or if you want to include, you can include dependencies. Okay, include dependencies. And here you have to provide the file. Okay, so DXS file, DXS or XML file. Okay, so here, now let's see. So I will export it in this path, sample files, sample job export. Okay, give some name. Okay, and better to give the exercise name. Okay, um, job name as per standards. Okay, now click on export. So this you need to import my jobs. Okay, now let's imagine it's a QA environment. Okay, so now let's see the condition in the director of all these jobs. Okay, click on yes. What you can do, this is a job, right? So all the jobs are in which state now? So I want someone has to give the prompt. Okay. So what is the status of jobs? All these jobs.
Finished.
Hmm?
Finished jobs.
Finished state. Okay. So now what I will do, I will import the jobs. Okay. So if I give the files with you, okay, files I will share it in. For example, I will show you step by step. So this is the file. Okay. So I will share these files in. So this we have. Okay. So now what you can do. So here we have Telegram group, right? I will upload it in Telegram group. Okay. So this is our group. And yeah, this is the one. Okay. So what you guys can do, download this. Okay, connect to desktop Telegram. So download, click on that. Okay, so I think you will have access to download. Okay, so then it will be in downloaded folder. Okay, now what you guys can do, copy and paste it here. Okay, so replace, yes. Okay, so for you it will be, or rather you can create a folder, code backup or something like that. Okay, how I create a folder? I have placed all my 90 jobs. Okay, so now what you can do, you need to import. Go to import. You have to do the steps daily basis. Okay, so to refer my jobs in case of any issues. Now click on the path. Okay, that file, click on the path, import select or import all. So if you want to import all the jobs, you can import all the jobs. So import select, and here you can give the restrictions. Okay, so you want all. Okay, so any dependency. Okay, select all, click on OK. And if you want to select only specific view, mention those specific things. Okay, so click on select all, click on OK. So already this job is present. Do you want to replace? Yes, overwrite. Yes. Okay. So now it got completed. Now let's see the status, guys. The status has been changed from finish to, when we import, it is changed to non-compile. Okay. So now how we can, if I want to run this job, what I supposed to do? I need to go to designer and compile this job. Okay. And in the director, see, now it's changed to compile. Now I can run here in the director. Okay. So you can monitor the job also. So job is in running state. So normally it will be in blue color. Okay, let me open again. So let's check the finished job. Okay, so here you can see how many records got extracted. So those details will be available here. Okay, so each stage, how many records got extracted, how the data got transferred. So those details here you can see. Now let's see this job. Yeah, so out of 15 records from the source, 4 records got loaded into target. Okay, so this is export and import details, okay, of a code migrating from one environment to another environment. Okay, so here, once you export my jobs, you have see here Jesse quota assignment. So here you can find. Okay, so let's import those 90 job 19, and we will discuss with today's exercise. Import. Okay, so 19. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's import 20 to 22. 20 to 22. Okay, import all. So if jobs are present, then it will already present. Do you want to override? See here, it has been exported in this folder. Okay, above jobs here you can see. Okay, let's export I mean, let's import. Okay, so we're doing import 19th job. So import select, okay. Or if you want to select only all the jobs, you can select import all. So here, what and all I required? I required this stages. Okay. So here 19, right? So this one. Okay. So here, mm, transformer, DB2 connector. Okay. And this one. Okay. So if you want to consider all, you can consider. Okay. Click on OK. Yeah. So here, see 19. So this is an exercise 19. Okay. So what we're doing here. So database filter. So here you can see the records. So what is this SQL statement? Someone has to give the prompt. What is this SQL statement? Select star from employee table where job is equal to president.
Whatever job IDs are like manager and president, it will give the data.
Correct. Okay. So now I'm using a switch stage here. Okay. So here selector column, job and manager records I am sharing in one file. Okay. Other records I'm sending to rejects. Okay. So I use switch option. Okay. So now let's compile and run this job. So here you can see the status of these jobs. Okay. So here it will be in uncompiled state. Okay. So if we are having uncompiled jobs, okay, so how we can compile all the jobs at what time? It's very simple. What you are supposed to do, go to tools, compile multiple jobs, and you need to choose the list of jobs to be compiled. Okay, a new window will be open. New window will be open. Just a minute. It's not. So new window will be open, and here you need to select the list of jobs. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Now you need to select the list of jobs. Okay. So here uncompiled parallel jobs. Click on this. So what are the uncompiled jobs are there? No. So that will come into the list. See. Okay. So click on next. If you want to remove any jobs, you can remove. Click on next. Click on next. Start compiling. So here 19 compilation failed. Okay. One second. We need to see why the compilation has failed. Mhm. See, few jobs got failed. Okay, so there might be some several reasons it got failed. Okay, so here and it will click on finish. Okay, so it will get the compilation report. So 19th job. So 19th job data filters is locked by user. Oh, okay. So while I am doing compilation, you should not open any job. Okay. So here some configuration and what is the other job? It's failed. This compilation. I mean this configuration file. The node it's not there. This particular node does not exist. So that is the issue. Okay. Now we can compile this job and run. Okay. So here I have shown you how we can compile multiple jobs. Okay. Now run the job and see the output difference. MGR data and other jobs. So here, if you run this SQL statement, what we'll get? We are getting 4 records, right? 5 records total. So in that 5 records, 4 records are moving to one file and 1 record is moving to another file. Okay. So now let's see the output, guys. So MGR, these are manager data. Okay. Or the designation belongs to manager. And this one, president. Okay. So designation, president. We are sending to a reject, right here. Okay. Others case not found. So we are sending to output. Okay. So any questions, guys, here? So this is the way where we can filter the database connectors. Okay. So any questions here? Any questions? Are you able to follow or not? I need response. Hello. Okay. Only one. I got one prompt. What about others? At least you have to respond me in the chat. Okay. Okay.
No
Okay.
question.
No, no questions. Yeah. Now let's see exercise 20. So what is exercise 20? Loading DEPT file data to a table. Okay, so let's see the DEPT file table. So this is the 20. So here you need to get the DEPT file. Okay, so in the source, let's check whether this file is there or not in the source. Go to source. So this file is not there. Now what we are supposed to do? We need to go to data directory, files for practice. So DEPT ref. You can copy this, all these 4 files. Okay, copy and go to source. Okay, so this is the file. We need to load this data into a table. So that is our requirement. Okay, so now what we can do? We need to, so here I have defined the layout, nullability, I have given yes. And I'm loading the data into a table. Okay, so here create. Okay, so EMP is not there. DEPT is not there. See, DEPT table is not there. Now already it's in compile state. Just run the job. Run the job. Yeah, it got completed. Now let's see the data in the table. So just do the reconnect. It will reflect here. Okay. Select star from DPT table. Okay. So it got completed. Okay. So now let's see. Now we are combining two tables data into one table. The next exercise, employee employee department table report. Okay. So here I will provide one mapping sheet. Okay. So go to, so this is the mapping sheet, data mapping sheet. Okay. So here I have a source. One file is there. I mean, two tables data. So I need two files or tables combined and load it into one table. Okay. So here you can see the in real-time environment, the mapping sheet will be like this. In real-time environment, the mapping sheets will be like this. EMP, source, okay, and data type, the logic, okay, and target. See, logic. What is the logic? So here you can see source file name, table name, source column name, source data type. Okay, so what is the data type? And what is the target column name, target data type, and target table name? And here you can see worker 2020 and manager 4, number 4, date, date column, higher date. Okay, so whenever I am reading, it's 7 comma 2. Okay, and here worker. So department I am taking from number I am taking from EMP table. Okay, and here we have, see, you can see here department location. Here you can see there are some additional columns: salary hike and total salary. Okay, so how we are going to add this additional two columns? Okay, so to create a table for this, here already we have a table. So these details already I shared with you. Let's move this to our backup folder. So here, this file already I have shared it in Telegram group. Okay. So this is the table. Okay, we need to create. So this is the table. Okay. So here employee report table. You need to check the mapping here. Employee. See, column names are in sync. Now what you can do? Copy this entire DDL. Copy, and you can execute in database. Okay. Execute in database. Okay. So whenever you created a table in database, you need to give the permissions. What permissions? These grant permissions. Because you are the in charge and you are the DBA for your VMware. Okay. So now what you can do? The table has been created. Let's reconnect. You can see the table here. This one. Okay. Now I need some access to this. Okay. Completed. 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 You can see here whether it is executing grant statement query is successful, query completed. Okay. Now, similarly, here we have created DEPT table also, right? For that also, we need to do the same exercise. Okay. So give DEPT current script. Okay. Replace all. 5 occurrence got replaced. Let's execute one by one. EMP DEPT already we have done that. Okay. EMP this one already we have done that. Okay. So this one already I have done. Okay. So now let's work on exercise number 21. So any questions on 20? 20. Okay. So this is exercise 21. So here what we are doing. Okay. So double click on source. So here we are building the SQL statement. Okay. So we need data from two tables. Okay. So this is the SQL statement. So this is the SQL statement, SQL query. So what I will do, I will share it in the Telegram group. Okay. And okay. And so this DEPT also here. Okay. So it is there in your system. Okay. Now this is the query, right? This is the input query. Copy the selected text. So now let's see let's analyze this query. What does this query will do? What we are doing in this query. So here I'm calling two tables. What are two tables? Employee table and department table. So in the mapping sheet here, we need to get the data from two tables. One is employee table, EMP data. Okay. EMP data and DEPT. I need to combine these two tables. So here, what is the relationship between employee table and department table, department number? Okay. So here, this is the join I used. And here, this is table alias E. And inner join with DEPT table D. Okay. On means on which column you are joining these two tables, department number. So here we have the columns: employee number, name, job, manager ID, hire date. Okay. Hire date, hire date, commission. So hire date, salary, commission, department number, and D name and location. Okay. So copy this. So if we execute this query, what will be the result? We are getting data from two tables, right? Now can I paste the result here? Okay, so here you can see. Okay, so click on okay. Now here you have to define the metadata. Okay, so what is there in the DB? The same thing you have to define. Okay, so now click on OK. And the next one. So here we need to map all the columns. Okay, so here we will import the table definition. Okay, so let me delete this so that I will explain the logic. So here you need to import the table definition. So target things you have to define. This is the table, right? Target table, and truncate, use truncate, and import the table definition. Okay, so here all if it is not imported, we have to import. Okay, so table, import table definition, plug in metadata. Okay, so db2 xmeta tables. So here it starts with E. EMP DEPT report. Click on import. Okay, see import is in progress. Now click on this, click on OK, click on OK. Okay, so now click on OK. Now let's do the mapping for this. Okay, so here we have employee number. Okay, so what are the columns are similar? Let's do this column automate. I think there is some all are different. None of the things are matching. Now here you have to do manual entry. Drag and drop here. Name to this job. Drag and drop. Okay, and manager ID. Drag and drop. And you need to check the source data type and target data type. Okay, as per the mapping sheet. Drag and drop. Hire date. Salary. Okay, department. Okay, so now we don't have input columns for hike salary and total salary. We have to derive the data for this. So what is the hike salary? So we are giving hike to the employees based on their grade. Okay, so based on the grade. So what is the grade? Okay, so here you can see the logic. So for president, no salary hike. Okay, for manager, 10% salary hike. Okay, so and other employees, 20% salary hike. Okay, and what is the logic for total salary? Total salary logic is salary, hike salary, current salary, current rank salary, hike salary, and commission. Okay, so this is the total salary, right? So here, what we can do, we can create a stage variable. Okay, how to create a stage variable? We can create a stage variable here. Okay, so I will delete this. Okay, so I will create a stage variable here. So here I create a stage variable. I will evaluate some expression. Okay. So there is a session on stage variable. We will discuss there in detail level. Okay. So let's go here. So here, if you want to rename this, you can rename. Okay. Yes, so hike salary, hike sal. Okay. give the relevant data type. So we are dealing with salaries, like salaries will be in a decimal, numerical decimal, right? So give 6 comma 2, okay, and click on OK. Now we need to calculate the hike salary. How we are going to calculate the hike salary? So this is the logic, okay. So if job designation is manager, 10% hike, president, okay, 0%, others 20%. We need to write the logic, okay. So now let's figure out if then else. If job is equals to, go to again derivation, input column, job is equals to manager, okay, manager, manager. Then what is the salary? Salary multiplied by 10%. Again input column, okay. So salary, and we have to do the multiplication. See here, this is the multiplication. 10%, 10 by 100, that is 0.1, okay. Else other designation, else if job is equal to president, is equal to president, okay. President, president, okay. So for president, what is the salary? 0, right? So anything salary multiply, anything multiply 0 is all you'll get 0 only. Else for other designation, come to end, other designations, okay, 20%, right? So again, click on salary, input column, salary 20%, okay. So 20%, okay, 0.2, salary multiplied by 0.2, 20 by 100, that is 0.2, okay. So this is the way we can calculate the logic, okay. So here, this is the logic. I'll show it in, this is the logic, okay. So I'll share the logic in the Telegram group. Now we need to map to the hike salary, okay. So this is intermediate derivative variable, okay. So here you can see stage variable, okay. And what is the total salary? So we need to calculate current salary that will get from input plus and hike salary plus commission, input column, right? Commission, okay. So that way where we can calculate this, we can work on this mapping, okay. So these are derived tables. We are deriving the data at intermediate level. This is a data scrubbing, creating a new definition from the existing source definition. Now click on OK. Okay. So now save, compile, and run this job. Run the job. See here, job started running. You can check based on the date. Okay. So here it got completed. Okay. So now let's see here. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong. Yeah. See here, I executed the wrong query. Okay. Now here you can see. Okay. We are able to get the total salary, hike salary, all the columns, location, department number. Okay. So this is the way where we can work with combining two tables. Okay. And what is the next exercise? So here in the input, okay. So here we are supposed to give decimal. Okay. So how we can do the casting? So what is a casting, guys? Anyone have any idea what is a casting? So casting is nothing but converting a data type, converting a data type, okay, from one data type to another data type. Okay, so let's fire this SQL statement. Just only the small logic change. Okay, so earlier exercise we have directly called the columns. Okay, earlier SQL statement here you can see. Okay, we have copied here, right? So these two columns we have. Okay, so now let's see here. So what is the difference here mainly? These two is the difference. Okay, I use cast integer. I have converted into decimal format. Okay, and here I change it to the data types as decimal. Okay, as per the specific format 8 comma 2. Okay, now click on OK, and the same logics here I have built calculation the logic. Okay, salary, commission, hike salary, total salary. Okay, now click on OK. Now save, compile, and run this job. Run this job. You can see 40. Okay. Okay. So that's it, guys. We're able to load the data. Okay. By applying the casting function. So this is exercise 22. So we have completed up to 22 exercises. Okay. So here action item from my side is I need to share the mapping sheet and DXS files. Okay. So try to import my jobs and you can watch the today's recording. And I will share one pre-recorded session. I have explained in detail level about database connectors with working with cloud environments. So okay, so those recordings also I will share. Okay, so by Monday you have to complete this 22 exercises. Okay, 22 exercises you have to complete. Yeah. Okay then, guys. Thank you. If you don't have any questions, let's drop off.